Alright, we're going to assemble a 12-inch hose. Basically, we'll pre-assemble segments. We'll put two sets of segments together for ease. Extra bolts, nuts are there, tailpiece. We've got a torque wrench. We're using an impact wrench. We have a mallet for driving on, and we also use a little soapy water to help with putting the tail in and also around the outside. We'll start here now. A couple of squirts of water to just ease a little bit of that coupling shank going into the coupling or into the hose itself. There's no problem with having a little bit of soapy water, and all it is a little Dawn dishwashing soap with water. You're actually using the segments. They're the ones that are giving you retention. So drive the tail all the way onto the flange. We've got a nice tight fit. You started with a hose with a straight and the cleanest cut as you can. You use a straight edge with a utility knife.
You want to make sure that wherever the hose seam is, that you're not lining that up with your gap in your clamp assembly.
We find it's very important to make sure that the seam, if you will, the lay flat will have a natural two edges to it, and those two edges we want to try and have close to the middle. It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, but you do not want to have your two segment joints come together at that point. That just gives you a better chance of having a pinch when you're drawing it down. The segments will draw down, and there's already a little bit of a line there, and it'll want to follow that. So. We'll do at this point is just start the nut and bolt. We want to try and get all the segments started together. That way you can check and make sure alignment, that we have the edge of the segments, the back edge itself coming over and falling into this groove, so we get all the bolts in.
I'm not going to put any tension on that at all.
Very important that when we're tightening down bolts that we're working around evenly. Now we use an impact gun, but we don't use it for final tightening. It's for the quickness of getting the assembly put together. You want to keep working around and evenly close up the gap between the four divides. At this point here now he's got all the bolts in. So we'll tighten up a little bit, and then you'll get the alignment so that the ledge is over the back part of the coupling.
Make sure your locking lip is lined up all the way around before you start to tighten down at all.
Here again, he's maintaining as he comes around, making sure the alignment lip is good. Midwest design is very nice with this, where the lip actually drives itself in. Not tightening any one segment all the way down, working his way around, checking the gap, and then working around the gap. Seen some in the past where they'll tighten up three sections. You know, the operators will know the finished distances, and they'll tighten up the first three to that distance and then try to drag the last one all the way around, and that also will.
Yeah, you'll pinch your jacket right in here, and it'll give you a leak point.
So once he's gone around and used the impact to carry up most of the distance, We go to a torque wrench.
We've got set to 40 pounds for 12 inch, 35 pounds for 10 inch. It's a little easier with the full size hose in there. You may have to chase these around a little bit, but again, just make sure that your gaps are even. Sounds like this torque wrench is on its last leg. Now it's common to have to chase this around a couple of times.
You can see we're not gaining much more than about a flat or two after he's been around for a final check, making sure that we're at that 40 pounds of torque. The last one probably here. Looks like we're not getting any movement. That's how we do factory install of a coupling, 12-inch coupling.
Guess what?